peace and love. It's definitely time for me to delete again because it's telling me I got 35 minutes and 23 seconds to make this video. But I don't think it's gonna be that long. I mean, of course, never know how long it's gonna be, but I'm on my way to work. And based on the time, I really gotta go inside of work today when I get there. So, I know this video ain't gonna be, but however long it take me to get to work. It's gonna have to work today. But nah, man, so this is what was on my mind, or what has been on my mind this morning. So I was looking for a particular record from back in the day. So I was going through one of my old email accounts to try to find this particular song, but I was doing it on my phone. So, you know, with the phones now, the apps or whatever, they only go back like a certain far back. So the farthest that it would go back was 2018, which was 3 years ago. But within those 3 years, I had emailed some of my old songs, or either they had been emailed to me from various people. So I had some of my old songs in the email. Like I say, I was looking for something else, but it wouldn't let me go back far enough. But I know I can probably go back like on a desktop, so I'm not discouraged from it. But the point is, I was doing it on my phone, and so some of the records though are records that I haven't heard or listened to in a long time. You know, and I'm speaking on some of the older records, and they like, so listening to them is like, because on some of these records, some of y'all know this about me, but some of y'all may not. But I used to rap, right? Yeah. I used to rap. But anyway, like I went through different phases as a rapper. I went through different, stages of being an artist, and, being who I was, or, mixed with this artist and mixed with that artist and equals me as this artist. And, I'd be that for a while, then it'd be somebody else that kind of just really inspired me. And then I'm like, now I'm trying to get some of their sauce and add it to mine. And so I went through a lot of different like stages of just trying to find myself as an artist. But throughout it all, I feel like I always was able to see like an evolution of my songwriting or my pen. And so I'm listening to these old records and I'm hearing like, either from some of my production, my old production, like, just how I used to make beats, to, the lyrics I was writing, and even just my delivery as an artist when I was rapping. Because like some of the songs got me rapping on them, some of the songs were songs that I wrote, like R&B records and songs I produced and wrote. So it was a mixture of all of those. But I was just going through and listening, and it just had me like in a space of like, wow, like, because it's a couple of different things that I'm picking up on. Number one, I'm loving some of the rhymes that I was spitting, back then, like some of my lyrical content. Because I heard some of the ones when I was in the cussing stage with rhyming, and I also heard ones where I didn't cuss at all when I was on that stage, in that stage or that phase where I didn't need to cuss. And I was trying to be like a battle rapper during that time. Like, I wanted to prove that I could rap just as good without without cursing, you know. So I'm hearing all these different phases and stages and listening to these songs. I'm listening to the R&B records, like verses that I wrote, hooks that I wrote, you know, and I'm just like, man, just listen at me. Like, I'm listening to the beats I made, you know, and in all of this, there are some that I'm like, wow, man, I miss doing that. Like, I miss when I was that free and creative, you know, and then it's like, but I'm also listening at some of the ones that I'm like, ooh, I ain't liking I used to do that, you know. So it's like, man, I'm thankful for growing into this new space. But my point is, because I'm almost to work, so I want to make sure I let y'all know what the point is, and that is like, sometimes reflecting on you or remembering who you were. I know a lot of times we're so proud of where we are now because we've grown into this new us, and you know, it's like a better us, you know. So there were some things that we didn't like about us, some qualities we didn't like, and we worked on those, and we improved ourselves, and we got ourselves to a better place where we had less of those qualities that we did not like about ourselves. But also in growing, there are some qualities that we did like about ourselves that we let go of, whether it, you know, because of growing up, you know, some things you feel like, I got to get out of this childlike mind of just, you know what I'm saying? And so we kind of grow. As we're growing, we grow away from some of the things we do enjoy as well. And then when we would become adults, sometimes we experience frustration and down times, and you know, because we're doing the things that we have to do. Our life is filled with the things that we have to do, the things that we got to do. And in that, we can, we don't really realize that we end up cutting off some things that we do like, some things that we do enjoy. So, you know, and listening to my old verses, I'm hearing, you know, things that I'm like, oh man, I'm glad I got better at that, man. You know, I'm glad I fixed that, I worked on that. But I'm hearing some stuff like, man, I miss when I was making beats every day. You know, I used to make, and not necessarily full beats. And it's funny, I talked to Matthew Rashawn about this morning because, you know, we just having talks, you know, our daily talks and stuff. But it's like, it's on the tip of my tongue because this is the space I've been in. I've been listening to my old songs and just remembering how expressive I used to be. Like, I could write so many verses. I wrote so many songs and did, you know, made so many beats, and now it's like it's so structured, or, you know, I mean, not necessarily right now, but, you know, over time I grew into this structured producer, structured songwriter, and it like really kind of boxed me in. So a lot of life, you know, not just my musical journey, but a lot of life has been unboxing, you know, this box that I've been in, or we've been in, you know, throughout our history and our past. You know, we've been in this box, and now we're in a place, a lot of us are in a place where we're coming out of that box, you know what I'm saying? We're breaking free of a lot of strains and things that held us and boxed us in when we were younger, or as we were growing. So a lot of us are trying new things, experiencing new things, and you know, just embrace that. You know, sometimes you got to remember, when you were younger, a lot of us were a lot more courageous when we were younger. You know, we were bold, we were confident, and, you know, with the knowledge that you know now, or the knowledge that you have now, mixed with that courage, you know, I mean, there's a lot that you could do in life. I think the issue as a child, where we were reckless with courage, you know, we were jumping off the sides of buildings, and, you know what I'm saying, we doing crazy stuff, tearing your ankle up or bust your kneecap up, you know, but just being able to have that courage with discipline now, like, you know, courage to believe in yourself, courage to, you know, face fears and overcome obstacles. But a lot of times you're going to have to dig deep within and remember that younger you that had no fear, that was creative and expressive and, you know, and just, you know, I ain't telling you what to do. I guess this is what I've been learning, is that, you know, being able to remember those things about myself, of who I used to be. And some of that stuff make me sick to my stomach now, you know. And so those things I'm not interested in bringing back or carrying on. But man, those songs, how often I used to write, how, you know, before responsibilities really kicked in, you know, I would love to be back in that creative space. You know, I think I had so much peace in that space. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. That was real quick, because I got to get in here and get this work started for the day. But yeah, believe in yourself and remember that young and fearless you, and you know, heal those things about it, you know, and utilize the knowledge and wisdom that you have now. And so much you can do, so much you can do. And I'm learning that, y'all. I just wanted to share that with y'all. Peace and love. Have a beautiful day.